How are we all? Swaddy Cap, Sabaidi, as they say here in Laos. Lovely, I think it's a Christian or Catholic church over there. I'm not much of a churchy person myself. But the reason I'm here, well, two reasons, to be honest with you. One is, there's a little, I don't know if you'd call it a square as such, it probably is to a certain extent. This section just over yonder, similar to here, obviously it's a paved area, but I've been eating quite often now. There's a lady and a gentleman have a little stand just on the side. I'll take you to it in a second. But it's this place that I'm baffled about. Yet again, more things in Savannah that just baffle me like there's no tomorrow. Now, sorry for panning around, but I just want to show you that obviously this, well, I'll show you the sign over here that I've just seen. This, once upon a time, clearly was at some point, and may still be to some extent, like a little market square. Yeah. Look, here's the sign up here. Yeah. It's also called Savannah, but it's I think the new name is Casson. Yeah. So there you go. Look, night market and such like. I presume that refers to obviously this area here, and also you can see these trolley kind of stands. Now I'm assuming, you know, these stands here once upon a time were obviously used, and I can only assume for local people selling their local produce, perhaps, you know. So if they grow vegetables and such like, I don't know. Obviously this one's supposed to have some boards in the middle. They've been broken. Yeah, in fact most of them. There's one over here, I think it's complete. It's got a middle bit missing. But yeah, you know, this just abandoned. So if you're from the area and you happen to be watching this, because I'm baffled. I'm truly and utterly, I think this is some skateboardy type stuff. There's a ramp there as well. I'm just totally and utterly baffled about this town. There's something that just isn't fitting. You know, there's something just baffles me. I mean, it can't be, you know, because of some tiles missing that they're closed this place down. If you look on Google Maps, it says permanently closed. I wouldn't trust a word Google Maps says, to be honest with you, in that sense. But there's prime locations such as this that are just going to waste. Now, it might be that they moved the night market to a different location with perhaps better parking. Yeah, I don't know. But this would make, you know, it's a relatively large area. You know, there's buildings which obviously must be part of. Let's have a look to see if there's any signage. There's some signs there. Maybe they give us some information. But anyway, there's some buildings here which, looking at the roof, I'd say that it's relatively new. I might be wrong. It might just have weathered really well, but the roof looks like it's new. And to be fair, actually, the doors and the shutters look like they're relatively new as well. Let's see if this sign says anything. No. Well, the sign's seen better days. Yeah, Savannah Night Market. I mean, obviously, the sign hasn't been, well, if it's made out of this like plasticky stuff, that's why it's dried out and gone all crinkly and wrinkly. I've got no idea. I have got no idea at all. This is obviously all closed up this side as well. No one's obviously no one's maintaining it, because if they were, they would have swept all these leaves up, which I guarantee haven't fallen down all in one afternoon. Well, maybe they have. But anyway, if you're in the area and you know anything about why it's been abandoned and is on permanent closure according to Google Maps, then please drop a comment. and let me know, because I'm just getting really confused about this town. It has so much potential. It's got a fair amount of history, especially if you like architecture. Now, this is another thing with Laos. I'm assuming, it's only an assumption, that the French colonial aspect of the history, they kind of just want to leave behind. Whereas in the UK, to a certain extent, it doesn't matter what the history is, there'll be some like protection order to keep these historic buildings. This is obviously isn't a historical building. I'm referring to the Deer House, more specifically, that is a French colonial historical building, but yet it's fallen fallen apart. It's pretty much just a ruin now. Whether or not it's because it's owned by the French and the French don't bother with it, or if it's owned by the Lao people and they don't bother with it, but their history is going to be lost. And obviously places like this have been abandoned. Is it because they've relocated aspects of their commerce, i.e. they've moved this, what used to be a prosperous night market here, to another area, which has obviously killed it off completely, hasn't it? Yeah, I just can't get my head around it. I think this would be like a good place to hold some sort of like music concert, events like that, or even like they've got down on the riverside, which is literally like probably not even probably 200-300 meters of that away. There's a night market. Was it the opening of that? Because that looks like it's relatively new, to be fair. Was it the opening of that killed this off? Or was it the lack of parking? I don't know. It'd be interesting to find out who actually owns, these spaces, because there's spaces all around Savannah, which in my opinion are like prime locations. I might be wrong, but it's baffling. Anywho, I noticed that on Google Maps, and I thought I'd share that with you. It doesn't look like the road. Are they there? Oh no, they are there. Soon enough they're there, because they'll put the tables out on the square if they're open. Another thing, opening times here. Certain things like restaurants and cafes don't seem to be open today. I've got no idea what that's about either. Opening times, they just aren't any, I don't think. Or if there are, they don't stick to them. Businesses like this seem to be open pretty much 24/7. But the places where you actually, need and want, i.e. to eat, don't seem to be open on the... I mean, look at this place, look. I've been eating just down there, and this place has never been open since I've been here. Oh, it's wine. How are they going to sell their wine if they're never open? Bizarre. I don't know if this is part of the same building or different. Yeah, it's all part of the same building, I think. Never open. Or if it has been, I've just never seen it open. So it's no wonder these places end up closing down, because if they're never open in the first place, how are they going to do business? I don't know. I just can't work out this town. It's the most peculiar place that I've ever been. That kind of wrecks my head a little bit, because certain things just don't make sense. But anyway, I think, yeah, they are. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to order myself something to eat and ponder life, and then I'm going to go for a wander down the riverside. But for now, I'm just going to fill my belly. So, TTFN, see you in the next one.